feel like I should applaud. All right. Boo. I stand here today with a divine sense of gratitude. I have prayed my entire life for a man who would love me how I loved him. I realized after I met you that I sold myself short on those prayers. I'm thankful that God knew what I needed better than what I did and saw fit to give me someone who is compassionate, patient, and considerate. He gave me someone who is consistent and intentional. He gave me a leader, a friend, and a motivator.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here in the presence of God to witness and to bless the joining together of Cameron and Veronica in holy matrimony. And like we said before, now we're here to celebrate, y'all, right? We're all here to celebrate, right? Yeah! Indeed, we are here to celebrate, but please understand this. We are more here to celebrate your marriage than we're here to celebrate your wedding. Because a marriage is powerful. And a wedding is something designed by people, but a marriage is something designed by God. And just as we were fearfully and wonderfully made by God for a purpose, similarly, and even more so, marriage was wonderfully, fearfully, and intentionally made by God for a purpose. Marriage is a beautiful mystery that points us to the expression and the experience of God's eternal love from us from the beginning of time.
Veronica, I love you. On this day, our wedding day, and every day. I'm overwhelmed with emotions because I get to marry and spend the rest of my life with you. These past 2.5 years have been a blessing, and I've grown to love you more and more each day. No matter what life hands us, I know that in you, I found a life partner that I can count on to get through life's challenges with. When you spend as much time with someone as I do with you, you start to love every part of them, including the quirks. And you, my love, have quite the quirky list.
I've witnessed Veronica grow into the amazing woman that she is. I know I speak for everybody in here when I say that you are a true friend. You're loyal, you're thoughtful, you're resilient, you're intentional, and you always show up for the people that you care about. So I'll never forget, before Vern's first date with Cam, she FaceTimed me and she told me, and I quote, either this man is crazy or I'm going to marry him. And I knew in my spirit that Cam was going to be around. Cam, I am so glad that Vern has you as her husband, or her husband, as we would say. Not just because you can monitor her salt intake, please, and put up with her ridiculous food preferences, but because I've witnessed the impact of your presence in her life. I can tell that she feels safe and confident that she can lean on you. She takes an easier pace in life. She's much more relaxed, much just joyful from the inside. She's laughing because she knows.
Up to this point, I think everyone kind of knows, how Cam and Veronica met. They met on a dating app where there's this infamous photo of Cam, in the fields of Switzerland, which, Veronica ended up liking, and it set this relationship into motion, and we're here today. So it took a lot for me to muster up all that I knew about, being a professional photographer with the iPhone, aka portrait mode, and mustered up the energy to take the the picture that ended up being the Hinge profile and everything, and wonderful. And it's really cool to be a part of, one of your close friends, meet their significant other, and it turns into a marriage like this and has everybody in the room. And I'm a big believer in fate, and I know regardless if I took that picture or not, they would have met somehow, some way, and it would have happened. But since I played such a key role, I'm happy to accept some part of the registry gifts. You know where I live, I'll come down, I'll pick it up, whatever the case may be, I got it.
As y'all's love grew, Veronica, I saw you less and less. When I would call you on the weekends, you would inevitably tell me that you were with Cam in a different country. And I have weekly calls with my parents, so they would always ask about Veronica and say, "Are you guys hanging out this weekend?" And every weekend I would say, "She with her man, honey. My man, my man, my man." I must have said it too many weekends in a row because my mom one weekend said, "She must really be into this guy." And I remember telling my mom, "Mama, Cam is a perfect fit for her. They are just alike. They go together so well."
So beautiful. Amazing.
Thank you.
She like your wooden nickel?
Yes.
I'm like, listen, you have to give her this wooden nickel first, and then the actual gift.
She told me, she's like, "He said that you would know what this means."
I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. I, Cameron,
Take thee, Veronica,
take thee, Veronica,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
I, Veronica,
Take thee, Cameron,
take thee, Cameron,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband,
To have and to hold from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
For richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part,
till death do us part,
according to the ordinances of God.
according to the ordinances of God.
to love and to cherish and obey,
According to the ordinance of God.
according to the ordinance of God. Oh, this is stuff.
You got it. You got it. You did better than me.
I flipped it around. Till death do us part,
Till death do us part,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
All right, clap them up, clap them up. By the power invested in me by the ordinance of God in the state of New Jersey, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.